Welcome to the service clinic at Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. Today's subject, the classic chrome spoke wheel. It's fantastic to have on your motorcycle. It really brings out the heritage of a Harley-Davidson. Well, ever since they were trying to put a motor in a bicycle, the bicycle had spokes. But if you are an owner of a beautiful spoke wheel, you have to inspect it on a regular basis. There are 5 parts to a wheel that we have to keep our eyes open, all right? We've got the rim, we've got the hub, we've got the bearings, we've got the spokes, and then at the end of the spoke that holds it all together is the nipple. All right, let's inspect all of those items as we go. The rim. Let's say you go downtown and you hit a pothole. That's a little flat, isn't it? Now, you probably will keep riding because you have an inner tube and that's keeping the air up, but the ride quality is definitely gonna go, shall we say, downhill with a lot of vibration. And the bike isn't gonna handle as well and your tire's not gonna last long. So we've got to inspect the rim to make sure that it is round. All right, we inspect the hub. The hub has all the spokes coming through it. We have to make sure that the hub is in good condition and the spokes aren't trying to pull out of the hub. Then we have the bearings. All right, they're sealed bearings, no servicing, but we have to make sure that they are working freely. You should have the bearings inspected at every tire change. We have to make sure that they're smooth and that the internal grease is staying there. Now, if you start seeing grease starting to come out, head to your nearest dealership and have them inspected very closely. All right, then we have the spoke and nipples. Well, they get rusty, and with rust, they get weak. And then the nipples start backing off a little bit. And then we've got some loose spokes, and let me show you what a wheel looks like when the spokes become a little loose. Did you notice how the wheel wobbled and went up and down? All right, that can just continually get worse and worse until the wheel will leave you behind. And also, the rear wheel is the one that we have to inspect more often because the rear wheel is taking all that twisted torque. Some of us like to drop the clutch a little too often, and when that happens, a lot of power goes to the rear wheel and it puts stress on these spokes. So please, even though you have saddlebags on some of your motorcycles, you need to go inside and feel the spokes. Now, they'll give a little bit. Now, we have a spoke wrench that we use for tuning and also inspecting. And what we like to do is just tap the spokes. They all sound the same. Now, when I hit something that's a little bit on the loose side, the tuning starts changing on us. And that gives us a quick indication we need to take the wheel off and inspect it. When a wheel starts wobbling, then your ride starts feeling weird in the turns and an exit or an entrance ramp. It also wears your tires sooner, and you know what tires cost. So if you own a spoke wheel, inspect it on a regular basis and make sure you make your services, the main ones and the tire changes, so we can inspect your wheel to make sure that everything is true and straight and looks classic. If you can't remember the last time your wheel was inspected, set up an appointment here at Low Country Harley-Davidson Service Clinic. I'm Doc Harley. We'll see you next week.